Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with another round of Grand Arena Championships. We're in the 3v3 right now, so I've already done the first round and I won that. This will be the second round of just the first week, and my opponent's already gone, cleared off all my defenses, didn't really struggle too much. I think he dropped one or two battles, so I have a little bit of leeway. But again, there's so many teams that we just gotta be careful because the smallest thing could trip you up. So he didn't have too much up top there. You can see down the bottom already that he's got some GLs. He had a Ray showing, and then look, he does have a Basti-led JML with Watt. So, and then he's got Bad Batch out front too. And then just a BAM team with Queel and IG-11. That's fine. I already know what I'm going to use there. So let's start taking apart this wall and just see how it goes and then see what's in back. For his Ray team, I've been using the Ray Mirror, use Basti and Hermit Yoda. Kind of sucks to give them up, but you know, they do a pretty good job being able to keep Basti alive, and that way you can buff up Ray, you can strip the taunt off any of the tanks, and he's got 2 tanks with his. So that always comes in handy. With Ray Mirrors, it's kind of the same old stuff. I just gotta wait until she goes into ultimate, the enemy Ray, and then I can go into my ultimate, and then that way I'll be able to come out of mine after she's done and actually do some damage to the team. So I sped the video up a little bit because you guys know how this goes. These battles can go the full 5 minutes, so you do kind of gotta hurry and just be careful. Just take a shot with Whirlwind. If you ever get a shot at the tank that doesn't have lifeblood, you know, try and knock somebody out so that your ultimates will do more damage being spread amongst only 2 characters. Other than that, trying to keep your own Basti alive. Use Hermit Yoda to heal up Ray whenever she needs it. That way she doesn't get, you know, too hurt, and she can keep adding those lifebloods and building up that protection. Because sometimes Basti does end up having to tank out quite a bit. So right here you see I go into I'm in my ultimate, and when I come out I actually KO'd both of them, so I didn't expect that, and I ended up with 54 banners. So that worked out pretty nice because I was running low on time. Now we're going after his Basti-led JML team with Watt. This team can be nasty if you don't have the right things to go against it. Once he gets that tank tech, he just becomes super annoying and really hard to kill. But right here, I think I learned it again from a Zareth video. Get a lot of useful tips, you know, from that guy. He goes and tests things out. So I'd recommend checking him out if you haven't already. But I did see this in one video a while back where he just took in a solo Supreme Leader Kylo. And you can end up building up your stacks and charging up your mastery enough to where you'll be able to eventually take JML out. You just got to kind of hustle because, again, you don't want to time out, which is the whole purpose of this team, so that if you take anything in that's not suitable, you're going to end up timing out, being stuck with a JML with the tank tech and have to clean it up, and I didn't want that. So I'm going till I can just get my ultimate fully charged up, and then once I get 100% on that, I should be able to start siphoning and building up that mastery and that damage. So that's all I'm trying to do, is just keep getting through, keep using my poke to build up the stacks. Almost got my charge up to 100%, and when it does, then like I said, I'll hit that ultimate. There we go. Going to that, now I can start doing the swipe and killing off. Once I kill off Watt and Basti, it gets a lot easier because I don't have her constantly trying to debuff me and buffing him up and just everything that she does. It was nice to get rid of everybody else. Like I said, Watt too with the heal over times and all that. So they're all gone. Now it's just one-on-one, and I feel pretty good about my chances here. Just got to keep going after him. Even the basics are doing 2 crit hits. So look at that. I was able to take him out. Got 55 banners. Worked out pretty nicely. Now I'm doing another matchup you guys have probably seen at least a few times. I know I like to do it in 3v3. I'm sure others are doing it too, but it's Bosk with Mando and Grief against Bam, Queel, and IG-11. So that's all I'm trying to do is get my contract off. Once I get that off, then I'll be pretty tanky. I just want to keep going after him, and that way, that way I can get the Disintegrate from Mando. That's going to be the biggest weapon here to be able to take people out. Usually I end up disintegrating Bam and then probably IG-11. Once those two are gone, then you can take Queel out with regular, just normal damage. So I've got my contract off, trying to get in my mass attacks, where I can. Trying to just do some damage to Queel till I can get around to my Mando here and disintegrate Bam. I like to do it before he gets them whistling birds off. And there we go. So I was able to get that done. Doesn't always work out that way, but, for the most part, you can get him disintegrated. That contract usually gets off pretty quickly. So now I just got to hustle through this, try and do, keep my taunt up, do my mass assists when I can, do basics. I don't really even switch to Queel when I have the chance, even though I could. I just want to keep cycling back around as fast as I can right there to Mando's Disintegrate. That way I can just take out IG-11 real quick, and now it doesn't matter. Throw it on auto, let them do their thing, and they're going to take him out without any kind of trouble here. There we go. Max banners for that one. So pretty easy there. This one, the Bad Batch, wasn't too sure. I think I did use this before and it worked out. I think they had Echo in the other one, and this one they have Tech. So still not sure what they all do, but I'm going to go ahead and try the same way I did it before with Vader lead with Moff Gideon and Thrawn. And I'm just trying to lay down the debuffs, get somebody out. I took Hunter out right there. Don't know if he's the best one, but as long as I can get it down to a 3-on-2 game, I like my chances. So get rid of one, try to work on the others, keep throwing the protection around, throwing the turn meter around, using my fractures. And I'm trying to land some ability blocks, that way I can get the stuns with Thrawn when he goes with his basic. I caught Tech down into the red, but then he turned around, did something, and healed right back up and went under stealth. So that kind of sucked. Nothing I can do when I don't know their kits. I don't know what they're capable of doing. But I like Gideon. He's got the armor shred, got a dodge there. Maybe he had foresight. Should have paid more attention. The good thing about Vader is when he goes into Merciless, it's going to get rid of that stealth, and that way I can take Tech out right there. Now I just have Wrecker left to take out. So I was thinking, what should I do? Should I drop some more dots on him? I'm trying to do basics and get around to Thrawn for his protection thing. But I was like, come on, get around, let's go. And he didn't have it. He needed one more turn. I was like, I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, well, I'll just finish him off, take the 53. Couldn't get that last point, but, it was the best I could do. So now I'll take out his Geo team with my Traya. I just went ahead and sent in the full triumvirate. Maybe I should be risking it a little bit more and doing just Traya and Scion. It is riskier, but you get a bit better banners, and every banner counts. You don't know how close these matches are going to come down to. I still don't know what a great score is, but I've seen people with 3,300 plus. I don't think I'll ever get that high, but that's a great score if you can pull it off. I'm way too sloppy and I dropped too many battles for that. So I don't know how they do all that. I just cannot be perfect. So anyway, I took in Nihilus. Probably don't need him, but he's kind of nice to have. That AoE drain that he has. It's nice to just be able to take out a bunch of them at once and just make sure that they die. So right there, I took out 2, and then the last one, the Brute, disappeared because the others were dead. Got a promotion to Bronzium right there. So I guess I'm doing okay. Cleared off that bottom friend zone. Let's see what he's got in the back. Night Sisters, Mon Mothma, a Karth team. Probably the toughest team is that Rex lead with Fives and Barris. I set that one down myself and it has gotten me some holds already. So I like it. I think it's a tough team and Rex can be deadly when he cycles back around. So got to watch out for that. I got to plan out what I'm going to do. Probably going to go up top first, and that way I can take out those teams and see what kind of ships I have waiting for me. I always like to get that part out of the way and have some time to think on how I'm going to handle the fleets while I do all my ground stuff. So let's go up top, start taking these guys out. You know, there's Newt team, that Fin Poe, the Grievous team, and the Dooku team. So I think I got an idea of what I want to use for almost all of these teams. Let's start just knocking them out and see where it gets us. So the first thing we're going to do is take out his Fin Poe team with M Troopers, Veers, Piet, and Range. That combo works pretty well for a number of teams. Didn't do me so hot last round. But against this Fin Poe team, as long as you outspeed RH Finn, get the first move, you should be golden. So you can see I dropped him pretty quickly for 54 banners there. This is one that I had my doubts on because it has failed me in the past, but some people swear by it. And I did adjust my modding for it so that everybody's a little bit tankier, a little bit faster, maybe won't die as much. So I've got Cassian and K2 under Mon Mothma here against B1 and B2 under Grievous. And it should work. I mean, I've seen it work before for others, and I did try it a couple times and it worked for me. I think this is the hardest Grievous comp, but if we can get through this, I should be okay. Just got to get B1 out here, and they're doing a pretty good job of knocking down stacks there with the assists and everything, and K2 being able to counter and do his, you know, all the stuff that he does. Got B1 out. Now I can work on B2. But I don't know the strategy as far as which moves I should use when, what should I save. So pretty much if there's a special up, I just use it. So keep using the specials. If I have to do a basic, I'll do a basic. I'll pretty much just keep doing everything and going after them as hard as I can. So I keep going after B2 here. Got him down into the red. Try and knock him out. There we go. Now it's just Grievous. He's a bit harder when it's just him because he shrugs off the debuffs when it's his turn. So you can't keep him ability blocked or buff immunity or anything like that. Got to watch out for that. As soon as he loses his protection, it gets a lot harder to deal with. So again, I don't know which moves I should be using on Mon Mothma and all that, and her little summon thing that she calls. I mean, he's there for some extra damage. I don't think he's maybe the best in the world, but another attack is another attack. So if I can get some damage in and try to keep him promoted up there so he'll help out and do a little bit of damage, so be it. Anytime Grievous goes after him or anybody else, you know, that's pretty helpful. I just don't want both of my characters to die, so I do keep an eye on Cassian and K2. I got him into the red, so that was pretty good, but now he's back in the yellow. Just got to keep going after him as hard as I can, try and get him knocked out before he kills somebody. I know there's no way I'm going to heal up to full banners on this because I don't really know what I'm doing. I just want to get him knocked out and win in one shot. You know, if I can do that, then that worked out. So that's all I'm trying to do. Win in one shot and get it done. So there we go. 52 banners, not a perfect 54, but it got me through one shot without burning too heavy of a team. I mean, it's a Mon Mothma team. What else do you use them for? So next I can take out this Hux team. Hux red and first order stormtrooper. Take him out. So I went after red first. I don't want anybody to die and give red extra turns. I've got Wedge lead with Han and Chewie. Wedge works out good because he gives them a nice offense boost and something that helps with the healing too. So look back at his lead. I mean, he makes a good secondary leader. I've used Lando before. I've used Akbar before. I'm trying to find the best one. I'm not sure who it is yet, but they'll let you use your CLS on defense or with another team. So that worked out. I got 51 there. Now we'll move on to his Newt team. I was worried about this because Newt in 3v3 is pretty deadly. And with Django underneath Newt, I mean, somebody's going to die. And then he's got Nest in there, which is a pain to kill. You got to use kind of specific teams to take this team out cleanly. And I didn't have my Atreya because I used them against Geos. So I went in there with C. I figured, well, if I still got, if I have GLs, I might as well use them. So I do have C. And I figure I can go in there and they're not going to kill him. He should do okay. I don't know how extortion will affect him and all that. So I don't want that to stock up. I just got to keep working on charging up the ultimate here. So I do damage whenever I have to. Took Newt out once, so at least I got that going for me. There goes my ultimate. Once I do that, I should be in good shape. Nest can't really do anything. There we go. Clear the board, 55 banners. So it worked out pretty nicely. The last team, and I cut out all the time in the video that I was debating back and forth. I almost picked like 3 different teams to go against this team because I just had no idea what would be the best thing to take this team out cleanly and still save teams for that bottom zone that I have to do. So I debated on it, and I ended up with Revan, Cam, and then Ahsoka. And that seems to be the right choice because I was able to take out Dooku pretty quickly and then go straight to Droideka. And then now just have to work on Magna Guard. Only bad thing is he can't get everybody and steal banners. But, at least in this case, it was only 2 banners lost. So I think that's pretty okay. Clear the zone. See what kind of ships he's got back there. And he's got a Negotiator. And it's the crappy comp that I don't really care for. It's a little bit annoying. And then Aratus. So, okay, I'll think about those and come back to those later. Got to kill the last of these ground squads in the back. And then once I do that, we will see about the ships. So I told you I need something good to go against his Rex team. And I was saving my Jedi Master Luke for this. Because as long as you put him with some other Jedi, he's going to taunt. As long as he's got protection, he should be able to tank it out long enough that he'll keep that protection. And that way he can taunt and absorb Rex's big hits that he does. So I'm going after 5s here, trying to get him out. The good thing with Ezra is that I can use Luke's leader move to call an assist, or I can use Ezra's special to call an assist if I have to. So I can keep calling assists if I want and getting some extra attacks in, getting some extra help. I do have Jolie there as a safeguard just in case for whatever reason. Ezra died, I could bring him back. He's also got the healing, so that'll help out a little bit just in case. But I'm able to go after Rex pretty cleanly here. I got him into the yellow, but he does heal back up because Barriss is right there. So I thought, okay, I'll switch gears and go after Barriss here. Get her out. Now I can go after Rex and just finish him off. So I won't be able to get perfect banners, I don't think. Yeah, because JML was missing one, I think. So 53, I'll take it. Got through probably the toughest team. Now, though, I'm going against his Mon Mothma, and I don't have a lot of options. I still do have my Watt, but I'm saving that for one of the Night Sister teams. So I didn't want to burn it here. So I thought this would be a good chance to break out these Jawas. A lot of us that are up there in GP got our Jawas up to at least Relic 5 for the Pit Challenge raid. Because we would run Ray with Jawas in there. Well, I've not run them in 3v3 before, and definitely not since they've been all relicked up. I don't have the best mods on them, but they were able to get through and give me a one-shot win. Not the greatest banners, but at least I got to use them and save myself, more characters for the other teams. So this is where I wanted to use my Watt. I ran this team before against something else, and it worked out good. I'm trying them against Night Sisters here. I don't know that that was the best call, obviously, because this battle didn't work out for me. I think Zalbar just doesn't have enough healing on his own. Maybe when I relic up Mission, I could try her in there because they have some kind of synergy. Right there, Mother Talzin died to the dots, and that's actually kind of the worst thing to happen because I want her dead by Wampa's hand, and then she's not going to revive. But since she died to dots, she's going to keep coming back. And that sucks. As soon as they do basics, they just keep calling her, and she gets the extra plague on the field. Finally, Wampa was able to kill her off, so she's not coming back now. But I think the damage is done. Zalbar went, and that's my tank. So that was not good at all. I think, you know what? I think maybe Sun Fact, because he's a separatist, right? So maybe Watt can revive him if I use him. So maybe I'll try that next time. So you can see it didn't work out for me. But at least I got an idea for next time. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Here's his Karth team. Haven't fought one of these in a while. But I do know that Malik takes reduced % health damage. So he should be fine. As long as I can get in and get my attacks in. Get those 3 drains that he has to do to max out his stacks. Then he'll put healing immunity down and make things a whole lot easier. So that's my goal, is just to get to those drains and get those done. That way he can do what he needs to do. I was thinking about draining Mission there. She's got fear, so I didn't know if I wanted to pop that fear or still, drain someone else. So I chose Zalbar there because she was feared. I like that Malik does fear them, so they go a little bit less and miss some turns potentially. Or it gives you the option to stun them with his middle special. Once they're feared, they do get to go and do some damage on him, but he's got off his second drain there. I just got to keep at it, keep working on taking him out. I don't like the armor shred that Zalbar's given him because I don't want to be weak and squishy. I need to make sure I'm making progress here. Go ahead and get a drain in on Mission when I had the chance. Strip the taunt. Try and get a hold of Mission, but she goes under stealth. And now she's back out, thankfully, so I'm going to keep going after her. Try and get her out, and then Zalbar will be quite a bit easier to take down. So let's try and keep doing that. I've got some choices here, so I went with a drain, and now I can strip the taunt off, so I'll do that. Got them both in the red. I'm doing pretty good there. Took Mission out. Once she's out, it gets a heck of a lot easier. You don't have to worry about blind and all the dots and everything else. Now I can get out Zalbar, and now it's just Karth to deal with. And he's no problem at all. So there we go. 56 banners there. Not bad at all. Now I got one Night Sister team. It's got Asajj with, what was that, Acolyte that everyone uses? And then Zombie. I don't know. Mine's like Gear 11 or 12 maybe, not even Relic. So I just got to keep going after somebody and get 2 kills in. Once I do that, then it really won't matter. I can get around Zombie's taunt by Anakin's AoE. That's pretty much it. So Acolyte's pretty squishy. We'll be able to kill her off with the AoE once Anakin is sufficiently powered up with the courage stacks. So that's kind of my game plan. Just go after them whenever I can get around the taunt, get the 2 saves out of the way, and then use those AoEs. So I'm going after Asajj because I can. Kill Zombie. Now I can go after somebody else. There we go. Get a hit in on Asajj. What you want to do here is be mindful of when Asajj has her heal. That's going to strip your buffs off. So there are some points where I decided to do Padme's basic instead of doing that middle heal ability to get more courage stacks, because Asajj is just going to wipe them off anyway, and we don't want that. So I do her basic quite a bit because it saves the heal for when I really need it. Now that Asajj is gone, I can use that middle heal and get some more stacks a little bit faster and just keep biding my time till Anakin goes and is able to do his AoE. So there we go. Now Acolyte's in the red, gone. Now Zombie, and there we go. 51 banners there, pretty much business as usual. Now I can clean up this Daka and Spirit that I had left because I did kill Mother Talzin, thankfully. And I'll just use my own Mother Talzin Daka Zombie because I get a lead ability and they don't. So easy peasy there. I just got to finish off Spirit here and get her out of the way. Keep going. Try to stay healed up because every banner counts now that I've dropped a battle. I obviously don't want to lose, but sometimes, there's nothing I can do. My whole goal with the ground squads is to build up a banner cushion if I can, because on fleet, I feel like I'm going to need it. So that's the last of the ground squads there. All that's done. I've got just fleet left to do. And if you guys are looking at the score, I potentially have some leeway here. And that's what I'm glad about, because if I can one-shot both of these, I can win, and that'll be a good victory. But if I lose, I got to be very efficient on the cleanup, and that's what happened. I tried my rebels, I lost miserably, so I did a cleanup with my own negotiator and got 45 there. It seemed like everything went wrong, and then I don't know what happened. Of course, I also don't know what I'm doing. But then I cleaned it up, got 45, and went against his Radis. And look at that. I needed 60 plus, and I ended up with 62. So that was great. I didn't think that I would get that score. So it really worked out. So 62 banners there on that fleet. I'll show you the final score here for those of you doing the math at home. Look at that. 3276 to his 3273. Beat him by 3 banners there. So it just goes to show you every banner counts. You never know. So there we go, a victory in round 2, and we'll see you guys in the finals. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.